In this video, you are going to learn the key psychological triggers that video content uses to capture and hold your attention. I'm going to break down how video affects the way people buy, how it influences us every single day, and most importantly, how you can use these principles for your own business or your own content creation. And after watching this, you will definitely think differently about the way you watch and also make videos. Let's dive in. Principle number one, the dopamine loop. Now, the first and most powerful reason that you can't stop watching comes down to a little chemical in your brain, dopamine. And it's not just the pleasure molecule, it's actually the motivation molecule as well. It drives you to seek rewards, and video platforms are masters at manipulating this system. So think about it. Every time you open YouTube or TikTok and you're scrolling, you're pulling a digital slot machine lever. The core principle at play is a variable reward schedule, the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. Now, you don't know if the next video will be the one that makes you laugh, or it teaches you something amazing, or just completely bores you. It's the unpredictability, the quote maybe, that triggers a dopamine release in anticipation, not the reward itself. Now, your brain thinks the last one was okay, but the next one could be the jackpot. And this creates a dopamine-driven feedback loop. You watch, you get a small hit of satisfaction, and your brain craves another spin. Now, how it's used for business. Now, the endless scroll on TikTok and the autoplay feature on YouTube are designed to eliminate friction. And they remove the moment that you might pause and ask, should I watch another? By making the decision for you, platforms keep you locked in that dopamine loop, chasing the next potential reward. Now for you as a creator. Now as a creator, this means variety and unpredictability are your friends. So mixing high energy, funny, and educational content keeps your audience guessing and scrolling through your feed, chasing that next great video. Principle two, narrative transport. Our brains are fundamentally wired for stories. Now, long before screens, storytelling was how we passed down knowledge and connected with each other. So when you watch a video with a clear beginning, a clear middle, and a clear end, your brain can enter a state called narrative transport. This is where you become so immersed that your sense of self fades. Now, this is supercharged by mirror neurons. These brain cells fire not only when you perform an action, but also when you see someone else do it. When a character on the screen wins, a part of you actually feels that victory. And so video, with its focus on human faces, creates an empathetic bridge, making their journey feel like your own. And this is how it's used for business. Some super brands like Coca-Cola, they are the kings of this. They don't sell soda, but what they're selling is happiness in the form of a story. Their commercials often show families or friends connecting. It's creating a narrative that links their products to a universal human experience. Now, the same goes for the famous Budweiser commercials, featuring the puppy and the Clydesdales. And so you're not being sold beer, but you're being sold a story of loyalty and friendship that creates a powerful emotional association with the brand itself of Budweiser. And this is how video content influences what you buy. And the reason why some of those Super Bowl commercials are now $8 million a spot, it's because by linking products to the feelings and stories. Now for you, you don't just list the facts, but what you do is wrap your content in a story. Present a problem, the beginning, show the process of solving it, the middle, and then deliver the resolution, obviously the end. But this structure actually gives your audience a sense of completion and builds a deep, loyal connection. And quickly, speaking of connection, if you are finding these principles valuable, then please take a second to hit that subscribe button, hit a like. We explore topics like this all the time, and it's the best way to support us and this channel, and make sure you don't miss what's next. Thanks, guys. All right, principle number three, emotional contagion. Now, moving on, video has an unparalleled ability to not just tell you how to feel, but to make you feel. Now, this is emotional contagion. This is the phenomenon where we can catch emotions from others, right? Landmark research shows that content evoking high arousal emotions like awe or amusement or excitement and even anger is far more likely to be shared. which is really interesting there because these emotions are processed by the amygdala, your brain's ancient alarm system, which creates an immediate gut reaction, bypassing slower logical thought. So this is why you feel a surge of joy from a surprise reunion video or a jolt of fear from an ad showing a potential threat. How it's used for businesses. Now, the ones that use this best, the insurance companies, are experts at this. So think of Allstate's Mayhem mascot. These ads are absolutely amazing, but they do create a high arousal negative emotion, anxiety, by showing you chaotic, unexpected disasters. Mayhem embodies the problem, and Allstate positions itself as the immediate, calming solution. Now, this emotional 1-2 punch is incredibly memorable and persuasive, and not to mention it's extremely funny for us as an audience to watch because I think there's a lot of truth in these commercials. This is for you. Now, if you want your content to be shared, then aim for a strong emotional peak. So whether it's humor that makes people laugh out loud or an insight that leaves them in awe, high arousal emotions compel people to hit the share button to spread that feeling to their own tribe. Principle 4, the visual processor. Now, a massive portion of your brain is dedicated to processing visual information. Your eyes are instinctively drawn to things, and it's one of the biggest research components that we have. So faces, movement, color, and video is a high density stream to all three of these. Modern editing styles are designed to exploit this. You have quick cuts, you have zooms, you have graphics, they use pattern interrupts, they have a lot of, high rotation. There's your dopamine going off again. But just as your brain gets used to one visual, it changes, right? And it forces you to adjust your attention and reset and stay alert. So furthermore, combining visuals with audio engages dual channel processing. This is when you see text on the screen while hearing a person speak, just like this right now, it engages both channels at once, making the information more memorable. How it's used for business. Now, brands meticulously choose colors to evoke specific feelings. Red for excitement, like Netflix, blue for trust, like many tech and finance companies, and they use motion graphics to hold attention and use real, relatable people in testimonial ads because our brains are hardwired to focus and trust human faces. That's the reason why there's a disfluency against AI avatars right now. People want real humans, they want that authenticity. And this is for you. So for you, don't just talk to the camera and be here. You also need to use visual hooks, show, and then tell. Add on-screen text, use B-roll, and vary your shots to create pattern interrupts. And this visual feast keeps the brain engaged and prevents viewers from zoning out and swiping away. And also be authentic and mess up all the time. Principle number 5, social proof and community. And finally, video powerfully leverages our fundamental need to belong. Now, we are social creatures who rely on social proof. When we're unsure what to do, we look to others, right? On YouTube, this is the view count, this is likes, this is comments, this is the validation that this is right. A video with millions of views signals to your brain that it's valuable and worth watching, tapping into our fear of missing out or FOMO. So beyond just watching, sharing content is a form of building social currency. Now, as detailed in Jonah Berger's book, Contagion, people share things that make them look good. So a smart video makes you seem insightful, and a funny one makes you seem witty. How it's used for business. The brands foster a digital tribe around their products. By creating a community, they turn customers into advocates. And your decision to watch is influenced by the millions who watched before, and your engagement influences the millions who will watch after you. So for you, you're not just a creator, you are a community leader. So end your videos with a question to spark discussion. Engage with your comments, and this turns passive viewers into an active tribe who feel a sense of belonging and loyalty to you and your content. So in conclusion, the next time that you find yourself deep in a video rabbit hole, you'll know that it's not a lack of willpower. What you are is up against a system that's built to cater to your brain's deepest instincts. The chase for a dopamine reward, the love of a good story, the pull of strong emotions, the need for visual stimulation, and the desire to belong. So understanding this psychology gives you the power to be a more conscious consumer and a much more effective creator. So my question to you in my community is, now that you know the science, which of these 5 triggers do you notice affecting your own viewing habits the most? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely respond. Thanks, guys.